right, man. Look like James Harden is destroying the 76ers after his comments about Daryl Morey, how he'll never play for a liar. Um, Joel Embiid has taken down all of his um, Philadelphia uh, things from his bio on social media, right? So he's taken down, trust the process, all that 76er stuff in his bio. And he basically said this offseason in an interview, if he can go win a championship somewhere else, he would. So I said this, man, and one of my guys from Philly got mad when I said this. I said I would trade James Harden. I would trade Joel Embiid. Big fella with foot issues. As soon as he had his best season, I'll try to get what I can get for him. Any mentally soft, he's not built to carry a franchise. Not physically or mentally, he's a mental midget a little bit, not a lot. I know it's hard for Philadelphia to say, well, we ain't gonna get nothing for him. I mean, we ain't gonna get no championship out of him or nothing like that. Guy with them type of foot injuries and lower body injuries, it's just a matter of time till he fall off a complete cliff. And you're not gonna win with him. Because every time it's time to win, either he injured or he out of shape. It's one of the two. He ain't even got in shape yet. He ain't even got in shape. So, but it says that Joel Embiid curious social media moves at 76er James Harden standing off revs up, and they're going to have to move him too pretty soon. He going to try to get somewhere else. He might try to get to New York. They ain't going to let him go to New York, though. And I don't know if, Daryl Morey pissed him off as well. That'd be another great question to find out if Daryl Morey pissed him off and said something as well. Or he just mad that Harden ain't going to be there. We ain't going to win with Harden, no way. So it says sometimes less is more. Philadelphia 76ers All-Star Joel Embiid made some small noticeable changes to his X account formerly known as Twitter amid the standoff between the team's president of operations, Daryl Morey, and guard James Harden. On Saturday, Adrian Wojnarowski reported the 76ers have ended trade talks on guard James Harden and plan to bring him back to training camp when the start of the season. Now, James Harden just said to the world that he was not playing in China, which was interesting because Daryl Morey is the one that broke up the relationship between the NBA and China. He said that I'm not playing for no liar, and I'll never play, I'll never play for Daryl Morey again. So, I mean, there you have it. It's in a video posted Monday by the Athletic Shams. Harden accused Morey of being a liar. According to the story posted Tuesday by WIP in Philadelphia, and B removed some things from his Twitter bio. Removed things from his Twitter bio like processing and the location of Philadelphia. Embiid, the reigning NBA MVP, has been at the center of 76ers or Sixers nearly a decade-long rebuild, and the crowd drilled around Morey built title contender. So, he didn't took some shit off. We know. So, Morey had high hope that would include Harden when former Rockets general manager completed a deal in February 22 with the Nets. So we already know the history. So in this situation, this is what it looked like at first. And then, this would it end up looking like afterwards. I wouldn't have no tolerance for this. Either they moving Daryl Morey or they make the players happy, or they moving on from the players. Daryl Morey should have been exiled from the NBA when he said what he said about China, digging his nose somewhere it didn't belong about China. We all know that. We all know that. We all know if he looked a little bit like me, he would have been exiled from the NBA. Right? But we also seen in Brooklyn, when you get rid of some of the management, when you get rid of some of the management, um, and you get players control, get players control. We see what happened. It don't go well. It don't go well. It don't go well. So you got to have some type of balance. You got to back up. You got to back up your team. You got to back up your management. I understand it's a players' league, but we seen Brooklyn gave the players whatever they wanted, and it didn't work out. We seen it. And now James Harden is starting to develop that team obliterator, that cancer-like stigma. Houston, they gave him Daryl Moore gave everything he wanted in Houston. Brooklyn, start crying, and now it's becoming contagious. Now it's becoming contagious. Now it's becoming contagious. It's becoming contagious. And that's going to be hard to stop. And now Joel unhappy, and he already was talking about winning championship somewhere else. I mean, I could continue to say, bro, when you have certain people in your life, it's beyond toxic. It's cancerous. It's a contagious disease. They can make a great apple rotten real quick. But they didn't have no other choice but to sign that man back, because they couldn't trade him. They can't trade him and get fair market value. And it probably would have benefited Daryl Morey to trade him to get some value. But now you got, Joel Embiid ready to dip set. Ow. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, the whole nine. I should have an NFL preview show exclusively coming on the podcast. Hopefully it'll be coming real soon. So be on the lookout on that. It'll be on all Spotify, Apple, Amazon, the whole nine. Peace.